Hey guys, what's going on? I am Kyler, back at it here at the Curse Podcast with...
My name is John. Yeah, today back on the Foundry, we're gonna be returning brand new podcast episode. Hopefully things are looking a little bit better here. We're still trying to work out the kinks with the green screen and stuff like that, but yeah, we're gonna dive right into our next case here, guys. Last week, or not last week, it's been a while. Last podcast, we talked about the Skinwalker Ranch. It seemed like you guys loved it. A lot of feedback. Thank you so much for that. But today we're gonna be talking about Yokai. So we picked out a few yokai here, also known as just supernatural creatures in Japan and folklore and myths and legends and whatnot. So you have picked the biggest, the baddest one, kind of in our eyes, and I chose like a couple here and there and stuff. So while doing research on this, I didn't realize how many like just different
yokais there are and everything.
Yeah, and like them being implemented like into anime, into games and stuff like that. Like there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of it. But yeah, so we can kind of run down what a yokai is. You know, what can be classified as one. But they're just supernatural monsters, spirits, demons from Japanese like folklore. It goes back hundreds and hundreds of years, like centuries. Like as far as back as like 1677. It's amazing to see like for how long like it's existed. Just it puts in hindsight because like America, like where we are located, is not even that long. Like it hasn't even been around for that long. And just it's amazing to see like all the different stories and just myths of like all these creatures and whatnot. But
being around for like centuries and everything. Yeah.
Thank you. So we're going to be talking about the first one. This is an interesting one, more of a joke one. This is a shout out to one of our co-host partners there at Marac, Shirime. We're going to be talking about this one. Yeah, there's the smile on this one. This one.
Yeah.
So imagine you being a samurai, just like walking down the street, chilling.
Just patrolling and everything.
Yeah, you hear a little rummaging garbage. I say, Kylo.
And I go up to the garbage, see what's up.
Yeah, then it's me, but like without a face or anything like that. And then I pop out and bend over, and there's a fucking giant gaping eyeball staring at you. So that's the story with this one. Is that the samurai is walking down the street, in feudal Japan, and then he hears someone calling out to him in the middle of the night, and he turns around, and it's a man bent over, and where his asshole should be is a giant eyeball.
I'd pay money to see it blink at me, honestly.
That's crazy. Like, why is that even like a myth thing? Like, this dude would be laughed at anywhere. It's like, yo, did you see that guy out there with the eyeball instead of the asshole? Like, all right, man, have another one. But that's insane. Just a random creature. And there's like not a lot of like cases about that either. It's just like a one-time thing, but apparently it has made like such an impact like in Japanese culture with like artists and just a lot of influence over that kind of stuff. Another one here. This one is her name is Joragumo. So these pronunciations are going to be a little weird. I'll probably put them in the description for everybody, but Joragumo is a spider type of succubus creature. So she's a woman, but her main form is like a big ass spider, but she'll use her woman form like whenever she wants to lure men like to her, like she'll lure them back to her place with like music or something like that, or just trying to impress them, and then she busts out the fucking spider form and zips them all up and slowly eats them and stuff like that. So so she's kind of like a siren, like they'll seduce men and kind of thing with their music.
Kind of sounds like it, honestly.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, apparently that she soothes people and her victims with music, which is interesting. This is in a lot of stuff. Like I saw actually like the Hellboy anime uses a lot of these, which is really interesting to hear. And so there's that's the main form everyone knows about, but there's also another one, is that when she gets her babies involved. This woman uses her fucking children to get a meal. She's desperate and she's hungry. So what she'll do, she'll be just walking down the street in her woman form, and just carrying her baby around, and she'll ask a stranger to hold her baby for a second, and then she'll drop it on them, and boom, 1,000 little spiders just drops on her and then on their victim and just fucking eats them up, I guess.
Oh my god, that is terrifying.
Thousands. It's a sack of thousands of like babies just kind of going at her and whatnot. I can imagine.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. So we have we're gonna take like right in the middle. We're gonna talk about the biggest one here, Kylo. The biggest one, the biggest and the baddest here. So I started reading about this one, you know, and I was like, this is interesting, but I'm like, I'm gonna love this because this would be like the perfect horror movie kind of thing, and I just really like it. So what do we got over there?
We got Kijusake Ona, and so apparently her name in the Japanese language is the slit-faced woman, or slit-mouthed woman, I guess. But often described as a woman that would wear a mask whenever seen, covering her face and going after...
like a little medical mask usually. Or,
well, I
or
read...
maybe modern like reiterations, like she uses a medical mask.
She uses multiple things, is what I read. Like she'll either have like a tiny little fan that she uses to cover her face, kind of like in Japanese culture, a mask, or what was it? Got notes here in my final page. A handkerchief.
Oh,
that's
shit.
it. Yeah, many different things that she
like,
uses.
like a little outlaw. Like.
Yeah, basically. And she will.
Am I pretty there, partner?
Tell me I'm beautiful. Well, she would go after certain victims, mainly ones associated with beauty and whatnot, but ask them.
Typical woman. Jealous.
Yeah, ask them if she was pretty, and typically, if the man.
You say yes.
Well, not always. If they would say no.
What? You're gonna tell a woman on the street you just met? You say, "Am I pretty?" You're gonna say no.
Well, I'm trying to tell both outcomes, dude. Like, honestly, you would die if you said no.
I'm saying, like, if we were put in this position, you know, and without knowing what is it?
Kuchisaki Ona.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you say
Stop
that
laughing.
3 more times.
No, I'm not.
Your pronunciation is ace, but yeah. What are some of the outcomes that you can do?
Okay, so there's different versions of this story, but like there's so many different outcomes, it makes my head spin. So the original one that I read
Branching paths.
Basically, I tried to do a graph about this, but it was just a pain in the ass. So the first one is if you answer yes on the first one, she'll reveal her mask and ask the same question again. If you say yes to that, she will carve a smile on your face.
She gives you like a little Glasgow smile, you know?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Like
just like her, give you the same disfigurement that she has on her face. But if you answer no the first time, she'll kill you. If you answer second time no, she'll kill you. But in another version of the story, if you answer yes to both of them, she'll just be on her way and leave you alone. But another side to that is she might.
So she reveals herself and you're like, "Am I still pretty?" Yeah, you're beautiful.
Okay.
Oh. All right, then. I will see you later.
But another version is she'll come back once you're sleeping later that night and kill you.
Why?
I don't know. That's just what I read. But there is many different ways you're able to stop her from doing any of this. You can, obviously, the first thing, point her out as, hey, you're all right looking, just average. And she'll, I guess, be dumbfounded and confused, and you can have time to walk away from that little endeavor. But one of my favorite things is you can throw candy called Beko Ami, I believe is what it was.
Begami?
No, Bekami, I guess. Yeah, but it's like hard candy basically, and I guess she'll go after that, and she'll be distracted long enough for you to get away.
Like a treat, like hey.
Yep, and just throw. Go get it.
Yeah.
Yep. That or money, and she'll be distracted long enough to go and get it.
Woman.
But the one that really cracks me up is you can say pomade 6 times, and I guess she just goes away. I don't know.
Am I beautiful? Pomade. No. Hang on.
There was a fourth one. It is you just basically call her average. I don't know why I had that written down like twice, but alrighty. Alongside that, different versions of the story. There is the how she became like this, like before a demon, ghost, whatever you want to call her. The first story, the main one, is that she was married to a samurai and committed adultery while she was married to her. Or
betrayed him.
Yep, and he put a smile on that face.
Waiting for that.
I really was. Yeah. So the second one is that she went through a medical procedure and it just went horribly wrong. Just bad stuff happening there. Third one being that a woman in her village was just not really obsessed, I guess, angry that she was more beautiful than she was.
Yeah, so
jealous. Yeah, did that to her. And the fourth one being that a variety of sharp teeth were inside her mouth, so she cut herself. I didn't really get that one, but that was on there, so I figured I'd bring that one up too.
Whenever you like accidentally bite like the inside of your lip. You
Yeah,
know?
but she just gets that. She's like, well, might as well just rip it all the way.
Yeah. Oh man. I made it worse. Oh, son of a bitch.
So let me see here. Okay, in the legend, yeah, she often like would wear like a mask over her face or something like that. The handkerchief, and or a fan.
It's a little fan thing.
Yeah, sorry.
What weapon does she typically use?
Now this is
kill
interesting.
victims?
Like the main one that I've seen a couple of videos online and like movies, but I guess it's like a long pair of scissors. But like there's been many different accounts
like
that show
surgical scissors. Yeah.
Yeah, many different accounts saying like she'd use a knife, a machete, or a scythe. But that'd be pretty interesting seeing someone with a scythe coming after you.
I like the scythe one. That one's really interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So apparently, I was looking at it. There have been recent sightings
Of her?
Yes.
Really?
In 2004, yes. Someone in South Korea saw her.
Isn't that like
That's what
that's associated with the kids at school or whatever, where the teachers had to like basically walk them home?
I think so.
Yeah, like I was reading up on that too.
That's insane, yeah, to be about that. But like like I saw like the main story like back in feudal Japan, betrays the samurai, then he goes out on her, then cuts her from like ear to ear pretty much. It's like the Joker, just pretty much like whoop, and quotes like, "Who will think you're beautiful now?" I think that's why like she says, "Do you think I'm beautiful?" or something like that, because it like goes back to the story with her old husband, the samurai. And I doubt that they're still together, but
Hey, you never know.
they could have worked things out. They could have went to therapy. He called this therapy. It's like, I didn't mean to cut your face, woman.
It was an accident.
Yeah. It was an accident, just like when you fell on Jim, our next door neighbor's dick.
Yeah, an accident.
you know?
Exactly.
Just like you fell on my goddamn katana. All right, you know how long I had to scrub that thing? Got blood all over the carpet. You're just a clumsy gal.
Come on, man. You gotta believe me.
So another one, I thought that one was the most interesting. That probably is one of the more interesting yokai I saw. But this one is fucking weird. Well, I'm gonna talk about. So this is like a Japanese boogeyman, a kame. This name translates to filth liquor. So this boogeyman hides out in filth and the garbage and the trash. He's a trash goblin, a legitimate trash goblin. Hangs out in the garbage all day long, and he licks garbage. He licks filth. He likes to eat it. So, like, if you don't, he's like a little goblin that hangs out in your bathroom and cleans your bathroom. All he does, he cleans your bathroom. He licks your filth up and whatnot. It's a scary little like boogeyman that hides out in your bathroom and cleans your bathroom. But like, I guess like it's more of a myth that was created by like parents to like scare their children to keep their like bathrooms clean and stuff like that. So I think it's one of the reasons why he was created. But still, that's fucking weird that they just have a yokai, a monster that is like, yeah, he likes to eat garbage, he licks piss off the ground and everything like that. He likes to eat grime. He's got little yogurts of grime. He's always chilling like in the bathtub, like, oh, go do dirt for me, yeah, I'm here to take a shower. I gotta save water.
Yeah,
like a
imagine walking in there and he's just cleaning off your like razor or some shit like that. It's like, this hair's pretty good, all up in his teeth.
Oh no. No. So I have another one that takes place in the bathroom. This one's great. This one's called Ake Minto. So this monster lies in stalls. It's usually the last stall in a public bathroom, and you go in there and you do your business and you're about to get up and wipe and everything like that, but there's no paper. Then you hear a voice from down on the toilet that says, "What color paper would you like?"
Okay.
So depending on your answer, he asks you like, I think if you want red or blue, and apparently if you choose blue, he will come out of the toilet and he will choke you to death to where your face will match the color blue. Or if you choose red, he's going to gut you until like your clothing is red with blood. So I guess what we can do, there's a trick answer, is that if you choose no paper, you'd be alright.
Huh.
Yeah. So that was really interesting.
Anyone ever respond toilet paper? Can I get the color toilet paper or something like that?
Yeah, so I guess like the trick is to like ask for no paper. So and if you choose a different color, he just straight up just drags your soul to hell. So I guess like like worse than dying, perhaps. Yeah. So that's a really interesting one. So what would you rather find in the bathroom? Would you rather go in your bathroom, you get the dude in the toilet asking for toilet paper?
I'd rather find a trash goblin. He'd probably be like, "Nah, man, don't use that toilet. Come here." Ah.
Oh, damn it. So this is a cool one, I thought. This one's called Oni. So I guess like back in the day, like ancient Japanese culture, it was more of seen like as a demon, your typical kind of demon. But nowadays, it's seen like as a good luck charm to fight other demons and stuff like that, almost like a dream catcher. In today's standards, which are pretty common to where they're from, where we're from. Yeah, so like this is just like a variety of monsters. Like it really depends on who's telling the story because I guess like it varies. Like it could be either like goblin, gargoyle, you know. And this thing is just strong as can be, like no cap on it whatsoever back in the day. But now it's now he's seen as positive, like a positive kind of light of the culture. But like usually it's just a horned creature with spiky claws and everything like that. So it's kind of weird, like how throughout the years, like he takes a completely 180 and he's used against like demons and bad, I guess, vibes.
Huh.
Yeah. So we also have another one. This one is called Gashado Kuro. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but like I said, I'm going to have all of them down below in the description, so you want to check it out. So this dude is a giant, he's a big-ass skeleton, and all of his bones are made from separate people that have starved to death. Quite specific.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's just accumulated bones of people that have just starved to death, and, apparently, like, he hunts people down, I guess.
That is starving, or
no. That's what he's made of. But he just hunts down ordinary people, and he finds you, bites your head off, and drains the blood from your body, as a typical skeleton does. Yeah. Apparently, he is an indestructible monster and hunts you down no matter what. But I guess there's a tail. So there's a tell. So you're gonna get hunted down by Gashara Kuro. Just, if you have a little ringing in your ears, he's nearby, so maybe you should get the fuck out.
So you're fucked if you have tinnitus, basically, then?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That one I thought was kind of weird because, like, there's a lot of stories just a giant skeleton just hunting somebody down. It's like, what would you have to do? And, like, because apparently he doesn't give up, so it's like, what would you do if a giant skeleton? It's not like It Follows, where it's like, It Follows is great, though. I love thinking about that movie. Another one, Shingami, pretty much Japan's version of the Grim Reaper,
I thought the last one was the Grim Reaper, basically. Or the one previous? I'm sorry, continue.
I guess, like, more of a demon, like a specific demon. But Grim Reaper is a little different. Like, there's not too many stories with, like, the Grim Reaper, though. Like, is there? Like, in today's culture?
I think just the typical thing is he takes the lives and, like, moves them on to the next life or whatever.
Yeah, and I guess, like, takes your soul, I guess, and then just, like, hey, your time's up,
Dunzo,
Yeah. But, this guy, he's, like, just pretty much Japan's version of the Grim Reaper, and a lot of, not that he does that, but, like, he is a dude who is obsessed and surrounded by death. He's just a complete expert in it, whether, like, he will possess you, he will manipulate you, tempt you with murder. Say you're a weak life, he's going to convince you to kill yourself. Say if you're a strong life form, he's going to convince you to go out and murder and just get the highest kill count he possibly can with each soul, which is really strange. So, like, he manipulates, possesses, like, his victims, and I just thought that's fascinating. Say it's like, if it's a weak life form, he's like, he can do no harm to any other, so the easiest thing to do is just to convince him pretty much to kill himself and to be haunted by, like, a demon or a spirit or something like that. They're just constantly encouraging you to kill yourself.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that is awful.
Just go into the dude's room, kill yourself. Kill yourself, Jerry!
Fuck you, Jerry! It's like, God damn it. I'm not moving the fuck out.
I'm gonna go finish my pot pie, alright?
Fucking great. He uses, like, his scythe to eat it.
I'm gonna get your soul someday.
Alright, Kappa. This one's really weird and I guess, like, somewhat legitimate and real. This is a river monster, a hideous little river monster that likes to dwell in, like, mischief and pranks and whatnot, but apparently he's gotten out of hand a little bit with some incidents of rape.
The fuck?
So that's quite serious. Yeah. He's kind of like has an appearance of a small reptilian little child, kind of like the thing from like the swamp.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's more abomination, kind of runt looking. So like he haunts like in the lakes and the rivers in Japan. But a lot of people think that he was just created to scare children of like large bodies of water. Like, oh, don't go out too far in the ocean, or
he'll get you.
Yeah, Kappa will get you. But I guess like some drownings have actually been pinned on him. They think that he has committed some drownings on some people. Like, and there are some signs like in Japan, like there's like beware of, and they'll have like little symbol of him or something like that. So like that's probably a joke, but like that's really interesting how he can affect culture like that still. And that's pretty much what I have for. There's just a huge list. There's so many yokai. There's hundreds of them that you can find that are just extremely interesting, like just life form, just spirits, and just incidences like that. But out of all of those, my favorite one is the girl with the carved face. That's hands down, yeah, my favorite one. Yeah.
Kuchisaki Onna.
Yeah, Kuchisaki Onna. That's the best one. I like that one.
I think you just like it because it says Coochie in it, alright?
You know me, man. Coochie. Which one's your favorite? Which one out of these you like the most?
I would have to say that Trash Goblin. You got a brother, John, that you didn't tell me about or something like that?
I love that one. I love the little Trash Goblin. I think that one's really fun too. That one is interesting. I really like Kuchisana Onna, and I really like the Grim Reaper. What was his name? Shingami. Yeah, the Grim Reaper. And apparently from the character from Death Note, the demon, was based off that yokai.
Oh, really?
Which is really interesting. Yeah. I did not know that. But yeah, like I said, there's tons of anime and stuff like that.
Crazy.
A lot of
manga,
connections.
games, anime, just all that shit.
Yeah, when you compare it, like, how many stories is, like, fucking Bigfoot in, you know? That just kind of makes me realize, like, how young, like, our culture is compared to, like, what England has and what fucking, like, Japan and China and, like, all their dynasties and stuff like that. That's why I said at the very beginning of the podcast, because, like, looking at it, like, all the connections and cultures you can find, and, yeah, still, it's fascinating stuff. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a wrap for today's episode of the Curse Podcast, everybody. Kylo, what'd you think, man?
It was fun. It was really fun. I loved all the topics we had here, especially the dude with the blinking eyeball in his
ass. That's the best one. You can't go wrong with that one. So why don't you take us home, buddy?
All right, guys. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed this Curse Podcast that we did. Be sure to check us out on YouTube. He's 97 Johnny Boy. I'm Gravedigger Griffin. Our Twitter handles are at 97 Johnny Boy. I'm at Gravedigger G, and we'll see you guys next time.